In the heart of the jungle, where every creature is locked in a fight for survival, one predator faces an enemy so powerful, it could shatter even the bravest heart. The cheetah, a symbol of speed and strength, now faces the unimaginable. Will it survive the deadly grasp of the jungle's most feared hunter, or will it become just another tale of defeat? This is a story of survival, strength, and an unyielding will to fight no matter the odds. It was an ordinary day in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, except that in this corner of the world, every day felt extraordinary. The sun hung high in the sky, blazing with an intensity that could strip the skin from anyone foolish enough to wander too long in the open. The heat was unbearable, seeping through the thick canopy of towering trees that stretched upward like sentinels, blocking most of the sunlight from reaching the forest floor. Despite the oppressive heat, the air was alive with the constant hum of insects, the flutter of bird wings, and the occasional rustle of leaves as something moved through the dense underbrush. This was a jungle teeming with life, a place where each creature fought for survival in a ruthless and unyielding cycle of life and death. There were no reprieves, here only moments of calm before the next hunt, the next fight, or the next desperate escape. Each creature, whether predator or prey, had its role to play in this delicate balance. Yet, even in this vast and vibrant ecosystem, there was always room for the unexpected. Today, the unexpected would come in the form of an encounter unlike any the jungle had ever witnessed before. A cheetah, its sleek body gliding effortlessly across the forest floor, moved with purpose. It was a rare sight in the Amazon, far from its natural habitat in Africa, yet it had found its way here under unusual circumstances. This particular cheetah had been relocated to the region as part of a bold conservation effort. The goal was to study the animal's adaptability to foreign environments, to understand how such an iconic predator could fare in a place so different from the open savannas it was accustomed to. The cheetah was well suited for this task, its body built for speed, its senses honed to detect even the smallest of movements in its surroundings. Today, however, its instincts would be tested in a way it had never known. Unbeknownst to the cheetah, another hunter lay in wait nearby, a hunter much larger, much more patient, and much more lethal than anything it had ever faced. The Amazon rainforest, in all its beauty and danger, was home to one of the most formidable predators on Earth, the giant anaconda. Hidden among the thick vegetation, its emerald green scales blended perfectly with the surrounding foliage, making it nearly invisible to any creatures that happened to pass by. Its massive body, over 20 feet long, was coiled tightly around a tree, waiting, motionless. The anaconda was a master of ambush, its deadly strike one of the fastest and most precise in the animal kingdom. It was a creature built for stealth and power. As the cheetah moved closer to a small herd of peccaries, its focus remained entirely on its prey. It did not notice the gleaming eyes of the anaconda tracking its every movement. The snake's breath was slow and deliberate, its powerful muscles barely twitching with anticipation. The cheetah, focused on the peccaries, was unaware of the danger lurking just yards away. Its sharp senses were attuned to the sounds of the herd, the soft rustling of leaves under their feet, the faint scent of their bodies carried by the wind. The cheetah's mind was fixed entirely on the hunt, as it crept forward with the grace of a shadow. In the distance, the peccaries were oblivious to the predator in their midst. They were too focused on grazing, too comfortable in their own world. And then, in the blink of an eye, the cheetah launched into action, its body a blur of speed and precision. Its claws sank into the flesh of one of the peccaries, and the cheetah prepared to deliver the final, lethal blow. The air was thick with tension as it closed in on its prey. But just as it was about to secure its victory, a sound like a crack of thunder split the silence. The cheetah's eyes widened in shock. Its instincts screamed for it to move, but it was too late. The anaconda had struck. With a force that seemed to defy nature, the massive snake propelled itself through the air, its jaws opening wide, ready to engulf its prey. The cheetah, already in mid-pounce, spun around in confusion, trying to make sense of what was happening. The speed and ferocity of the anaconda's strike were beyond comprehension, and the cheetah's agile body was no match for the snake's immense power. In a heartbeat, the cheetah's legs were caught in the vice-like grip of the anaconda's coils. The cheetah kicked and struggled, its powerful muscles working against the constricting force, but the snake's hold tightened with each passing second. For a brief moment, the jungle fell eerily silent. The only sound was the rhythmic tightening of the anaconda's body around the cheetah. The cheetah, now gasping for air, could feel the pressure on its chest, each breath becoming more labored than the last. Its mind raced, desperately searching for a way to escape. The anaconda, a creature of pure muscle, continued to coil around its prey, its grip unyielding. But the cheetah was not one to surrender easily. It fought back with every ounce of strength it had left, raking its claws across the snake's scales in an attempt to free itself. The anaconda hissed in frustration, but it did not release its hold. Instead, it continued to squeeze, its body constricting with terrifying strength. The cheetah's vision began to blur, its limbs growing weaker with each passing second. Yet, somehow, it found the strength to twist its body, wriggling free from the anaconda's grasp just barely. With a final, desperate effort, the cheetah broke free. It stumbled to its feet, breathless and disoriented, its once pristine coat now slick with sweat and dirt. The anaconda, momentarily frustrated, hissed again, but did not pursue its prey. The battle, it seemed, was over for now. The cheetah, still shaking from the encounter, limped away into the dense underbrush, its body heavy with exhaustion. The anaconda, its hunger momentarily unfulfilled, retreated back into the shadows, its massive form disappearing as though it had never been there. The jungle, once again, returned to its natural rhythm. The cycle of predator and prey continued, as it always had. Yet, for the cheetah, this experience would linger in its memory forever. It had faced the unimaginable, had survived an attack from one of the jungle's most fearsome creatures. The cheetah had learned something that day, something vital about the dangers of the wild. It had faced an enemy unlike any it had ever known, and it had lived to tell the tale. Today, you've witnessed the raw power of nature and the ultimate test of survival. Just as the cheetah faced its fiercest adversary and lived to tell the story, we too face challenges that push us to our limits. But in those moments, we discover our true strength. Just like the cheetah, we must never give up, no matter how impossible the situation may seem. This story is a reminder that no obstacle is too great to overcome, and no challenge is unbeatable if we have the courage to fight. The cheetah didn't back down, and neither should you. Now, it's your turn. Share this story with those who need inspiration, and remember that every challenge, no matter how daunting, is an opportunity to rise above and show the world your true potential. What challenges will you conquer today? Take that first step, and don't look back.